Time to see what the headlines are saying right here, 6:16 a.m. We're going through various newspapers and news platforms in Nigeria. Please note these headlines are only read as published according to the guidelines of these various media outlets and have got nothing to do with Nigeria info. So ensure that in your reactions you have the facts, details, and every information that you need.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
And we are going to get started with the punch right here. Hurricane Tinubu, APC launches fresh moves to pull 5 governors. Wike versus Makinde, tensions mount as PDP holds NEC meeting today. Benue, Nasarawa lead North Central bid for APC chair slot. Tinubu wins South-South APC support ahead of 2027. PDP factions clash over NEC meeting dates. Fuel distribution. Dangote refinery to incur 1 trillion naira as logistics cost. 2027. Tambawa leads Sokoto, Kebbi PDP into coalition bloc. Lagos socialite sues police for 50 million naira over harassment. Nigeria, St. Lucia to establish diplomatic relations. Moving on now to the Daily Trust. PDP NEC meeting holds today. NWC members insist. 2027, Sean sycophants, Dan Giwa tells Tinubu. Ganduje's exit, CPC block, North Central push for APC chairmanship. 11 kilometers completed on Section 1 of Abuja-Kaduna Highway. That's according to the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi. Governors' wives sign MOUs to combat cancer surge. Elites behind insecurity, Plateau Governor. Saudi Arabia approves Aminu Dantata's burial in Medina. All these and more on Daily Trust. Let's move on now to The Guardian. Peace deal. Fubara should have gone to court, not bow to Wike, says Huriwa. Stop distracting Tinubu with 2027 talks. APC chieftain warns politicians. Environmental concerns grow as styrofoam reappears in Lagos. Kogi, ACF mourn as Saudi government approves Dantata's burial in Medina. Police arrest cultists in possession of firearm in Ogun. Education key to unlocking Nigeria's potential, says Atiku. Military foils 83.7 million naira oil theft, arrests over 100 suspects in 1 week. Tinubu has no intention of sacking me, says Akume. Man allegedly kills wife in Yobe, flees community. Killings. Serap tells governors to account for security votes. Kanu Governor Yusuf cautions against diversion of discounted fertilizer. All these and more on The Guardian today. Moving on now to the leadership. 110 applications. Nigeria does not need more political parties. CSOs, others. Yelwater attack. Survivors count losses, seek federal government assistance to return home. Tinubu, St. Lucia PM seal plan for diplomatic ties. Kalu seeks debt cancellation to ease East Africa's burden. Aviation Ministry worker convicted over employment fraud. Police arrest Arrowhead of child theft syndicate, rescue 12 minors. Abakaliki FC in minor road accident after Federation Cup defeat. Soldiers kill terrorist kingpin Mai Dada, recover weapons. Abducted Benue Links bus passengers regain freedom after 1 week in captivity. Mischief makers behind SGF sack rumor. federal government. And our final stop is Vanguard. PDP crisis, factions hold parallel neck meetings. Inability to act as provider causes mental health crisis in men. 2027, I'll publicly endorse who I believe should succeed me, Governor Sule. PDP crisis, factions hold parallel neck meetings. Tussle over VP slot should distract Tinubu or could distract Tinubu, APC chieftain warns. Troops kill wanted Zamfara, terror kingpin, rescue 5, recover arms. Police rescue 12 stolen children in Imo, arrest suspected trafficker. Jagba, medical tourism, cleric calls for adequate funding of health sector. Africa's biggest consumer goods manufacturers in Nigeria, says a report. And finally, insecurity. No insurgent group is more powerful than Nigerian armed forces, says General Ijoma, retired. All these and more on the Vanguard this morning. Time to get to your reactions. Right now, we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Can go on there to watch the show live and be a part of the conversation. Please, once you get through on the phone line, move away from your device, give your name, your location, and kindly go straight to sharing your thoughts. Numbers to call this morning: 0700 951 0000, 08095 974869, and 08099930137. The last number is the WhatsApp number, so you can send a WhatsApp voice note or a WhatsApp message. Do well to include your name and your location when you do that. And Comrade Ali Musa Kazim on a Facebook live stream says, my own input is on the APC national chairmanship. It should be given to the CPC bloc to balance the political equation. While also Francis Ndamani says our leaders should focus on how to tackle numerous challenges facing the nation, such as hunger, poverty, insecurity, amongst others, than shifting attention to 2027 elections. The president should do everything possible to end killings in the country and provide an enabling environment to Nigerians. May God help us, is how he ends his thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. My name is Muazu John Lasisi, and I'm speaking from Jigo in Buare, Abuja. Yes, 5 governors getting set to join APC. The problem is not APC. The problem of Nigerian politicians is that they cannot remain in a fallow ground. They want a place where they can get something. Opposition in Nigeria is not easy. That is why politicians cannot, they trade. That's why politicians in Nigeria trade with their integrity. Because, when you are in opposition, nothing for you. And they cannot avoid that. They are career politicians. They have nothing other than politics. If they remain out of power for 1 year, they'll be grounded. That's why you see them jumping up and down. Let alliance come. Maybe probably they win. You will see those in APC again with flies.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Mr.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Charles speaking.
Please go ahead, Charles.
Somebody said that the Nigerian army has the capacity to stop the insurgency.
Yes.
That was in the past. It's no more what we're seeing now. Because what we're seeing is the military being decimated as if they are Boy Scouts. Look at how they were gunned down in Niger State. The terrorists will operate in a place for 5-6 hours. You will see no military. Rather, when they come, their anger will be visited on the victims of the terrorism and banditry. This weekend, I was watching a video in Benin City where the military were demolishing some houses, trying to take over land. I think the VDM was posting the thing. And I asked, when did we come to the point where they come to the community? There are ways of doing these things. And you know the funniest thing, in the same community they were demolishing people's house, they have already set up camps where the Fulanis were keeping their cows. And in fact, I got dumbfounded. I couldn't speak.
All right.
Let us watch and see where they are taking us to.
All right.
We are just watching.
Thank you, Charles. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Adola Victor from Visalaji.
Go ahead. Are you there?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
One man said,
Something happening to your connection right there. Give you a chance to call back. It's breaking, so call a different number or use a different line. Good morning. Are you there? Good morning. Good morning.
hello, good morning, Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, all listeners. I hope it's my name.
Go ahead, Okwe.
About the 5 governors who to join AP, I'm not surprised. And those that are in opposition, in themselves, instead of coming together, I think it's supporting me. After 4 years, I hand over to you. It's unfortunate. Thinking that, in fact, somebody like Tinubu Jagaban. See, they said that they defeated Jonathan. They are used the same way they defeat Tinubu. Jonathan and Tinubu are not the same thing. Look at the name. Good luck, Ebele Jonathan. Ebele simply means mercy. And someone is answering Bora Ahmed Tinubu Jagaban. He's thinking that he can do something with the Tinubu. It's impossible. How is it that people is doing that? I require they wasting their time. Up to now, I never see who is capable to pursue Tinubu in power. They're just wasting their time because they will not come together. They might go together. If you want to kick out Tinubu, bring the Sultana. Yes, they divide their vote. Then the Northern are taking the facility. They not support that vote. If not, to bring in Atiku and Atiku Fulani to defeat Tinubu. You're wasting your time.
All right.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a good day as well. Good morning.
Good morning, Toby.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, Felix from Lambata.
Go ahead, Felix.
Yeah, 5 governors about to join APC. That is to tell you the kind of politicians we have. Politicians of stomach infrastructure who have no idea, no purpose, no focus. They go to where the table is set. Somebody said our military are more stronger than the insurgents. Yes, if the military want to wipe out the insurgents, they have what it takes to wipe them up in a week. But where is the order coming from? Where are the interests coming from? Those who are interested in the insurgent will never give the right order. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
All right, Felix, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts right here. Looking at the list of governors that we have who are in the opposition, who have moved to the ruling party, as well as other parties such as ABGA and Labour Party. APC has about 23 states right now. PDP 10 states, ABGA 1, Labour Party 1, NNPP 1. And recently, the Enugu State Governor, who is currently in the PDP, has stated that he has no plans of moving to the APC, even as word has made rounds that, probably that's the plan that he has. Recall that also the governor of Rivers State, who is currently still suspended, hasn't been reinstated officially. Also, had the word around the street that he might be having plans to the camp, and even had a coalition or, a cross-section of APC members in the River State, situations. Talk about the fact that he would be giving no chance, to cross carpet, and that doesn't give him any upper hand either way to happen. Also in Osun State as well. So there are various concerns that if these governors were to, leave the opposition and move to the ruling party, it takes away the chance of other party members who have been working hard at the chance at being governor in the next elections. It pushes them away and gives the upper hand, the priority to the governor that defects. And that tends to be and go on to cause a bit of friction if these governors ever decide to decamp. What could become of them in the next election, as well as the relationships that they will go on to have with their new found supporters. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. I will governor from us, the beach. Greater the Palace and listeners, and also from Niger State. Itodo.
Yes.
The chairman of APC have resigned. We don't know the reason why of the resignation, but which legacy did he keep? You understand? For almost 2 or 4 years now that he has been running APC, which legacy did he keep? Subsidy is gone and the rest of them, hardship and the rest of them. Now let's check how many times will Bola Ahmed Tinubu will take a call again in a week. You see, likewise the politicians that want to the camp. The campaign is not the problem. What did you do to your people? You understand? Yeah, some of them are there for more than 4 years. Some of them are there almost 6 years now. There. What legacy did they keep for their people? Are they the camping with their people? No. So I think people should know the kind of people they vote into power. Don't go because of one mood of rice, or them buy golf for you, or at times them buy rubber, pending your level of politics. You understand? So vote the right people, my brother. Vote the right people. Party does not change anything. It's we. Thank you very much, and God bless Nigeria.
All right, Donatus, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Right, they're stating that Nigerians should vote the right people. Well, how can you tell beforehand that the person that you vote, who you think is the right person, is not going to leave you hanging and decamp to another party because they feel like that option would give their supporters and their constituency a better chance at reaping the dividends of democracy? Because half the time that tends to be the excuse that they give, wanting a better stronghold due to internal party crisis, and that's the reason for their defection. Wale Fatunla says the PDP is now officially divided. Wike's camp versus Makinde's. May the stronger side prevail. If reconciliation is impossible, they might as well auction the party to the highest bidder. However, suspending a sitting governor without constitutional basis, then reinstating him with the condition not to seek re-election is not a democracy. It's a dictatorship in flowing agbada. Nigeria is not a chessboard. We see the game, and so will posterity. No serious politician will entrust their ambition to a party in such disarray. The PDP crisis depends or appears deep and nearly beyond redemption, is what Wale Fatunla shares. While Chukwugozie Onu Imadala says 11 kilometers completed on Abuja Zuba Kaduna Road, Umahi. The road quality is best, but the minister should make it faster because of the suffering of the masses at the Zubala Madala end of Abuja. That's the update from Chukwugozie Onu. Why Vandals Nicodemus in Suleja says, I support the APC chieftains for saying APC should not disturb the president with 2027 election. They should allow him to focus on security and nation building. While Umar Farouk in Kumasi, Ghana says the demise of Aminu Dantata has left a big vacuum in Nigeria businesses, even in the lives of the poor, because the business tycoon helped those in need each and every day. May Aljana Fidos be his final abode and his soul rest in the bosom of the Lord, is how Umar Farouk ends his thought. I agree with the Plateau State Governor Some elites and politicians are the brains behind the insecurity in Nigeria. You can see some people never want to see peace in River State. Now the weekend people are working to see how they can achieve peace in the state. Some people are trying to make sure that their rift continues. We should be ambassadors of peace as opposed to causing trouble between two friends, is what Oludade Abiodun shares as his thoughts. Good morning.
Hi, boys. Good morning. How was your weekend?
Very well, thank you. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. My name is Mrs. Oreza. So you ask a question, very pertinent question. How do we know the politician that when we vote for tomorrow will not decamp? And in addition to your question, my own is, how do you know a politician that they not enter into serious agreement with a godfather? Because with time, I just realized that who get the final say when it comes to Nigerian politics, that the godfather. So we know the right people, but I'm not beginning to be afraid because most of them will enter into one agreement or the other that is binding. That will not lead to the betterment of that particular state. That is one. Secondly, you're talking of camp between Wiki and Makinde. Please, I want to ask, when we're talking of G5, was Makinde not part of the G5?
He was.
If he is, it means it's one and the same set of people. You know, in politics, myself and Amala Abubakar PW will be quarreling. You will not understand that in the evening, we hold meeting before the main meeting. So to me, there's no camp. It's just two people that are just trying to arrange and rearrange PDP finally. Brother, you talked about Abakaliki players. They were involved in minor accident. I remember we are still mourning our brothers that are from Kano after playing ball, going back. Don't you think that there's a need to check the vehicles they are using, empower them more than to just expose them to not just the bad road, but also the vehicles they are using? You told us that men are now depressed because of inability to provide for the family. Let me appeal to men. If you don't have, let your wife know, let your children know. Do not become depressed and have mental issue because you are not able to provide. Almost all of us are going through this. Remember, these too shall pass. Wife, please understand with your partners and encourage them. The idea of a man will close from office 4 o'clock and will not want to go home because he's not able to provide for the family is not encouraging. Truly, It leads to mental health. A mental health is not good for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. It's 6:40 right here. We're going through the headlines this morning, and we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go on there to watch the show live and be a part of the conversation. You can also call these numbers 0700 951 0000 and 08095 974869. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Itodo, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Welcome, sir.
My name is Abakar calling from Gwawalada. I greet all the callers and listeners of Nigeria Info.
Go ahead.
Having knowledge of or the intrigues of Nigeria politics and ability to manipulate it does not give anybody superior or it does not give anybody upper hand. You must know the history of your people. You must know their aspiration, their fears, and the likely reaction if things goes wrong. That is what even Nelson Mandela and Lee Kuan Yew even said during their lifetime. You must know the problems of your country and your people before you can govern them well. Knowing how to manipulate politics does not give anyone upper hand. It's a wrong notion, it's a wrong sentiment. People will determine who will rule them. If truly we are practicing democracy, if people, the vote of majority will prevail 2027.
All right.
Unless we want to practice something other than democracy. Thank you. That is my tip.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Welcome.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. I hope you had a pleasant weekend like we do over here.
Yes, I did. Thank you. How are you?
Very well. I'm very well. I remember on the South of Bakar Ali Ketin, I'm calling from PW Kubo this morning.
Go ahead.
I think I'm beginning to respect the political sagacity of Mr. President. Some of the smart moves he's making now is showing that he's a well-rounded and grounded politician. And what am I saying? Recall when Ganduje was appointed the National Party Chairman of the APC, I was part of the few voices that opposed it because the position naturally belonged to North Central. The National Secretary of the party, Mr. Omisere, is from Osun State, and he was replaced with Senator Ajimbola Bashiru from the same Osun State. But in the case of Abdullah Adamu from South State, I was thinking it will be replaced with somebody from North Central, or at least better still from his state, Al Makura, who also contested alongside Abdullah Adamu. But unfortunately for us then, the president took the position to Kano State. Kano State already had...
Is it really unfortunate? I mean, he is said to have played a major role in getting the president into office, as well as being able to convince governors from opposition to move their allegiance to the ruling party.
Of course, he should have been appointed a minister or give him any other position, but not the national... Look, there's a way this thing works politically. If you shut out... Look, Northwest have deputy senate president, they have speaker, and you now added national party chairman. Come on. What will you have shut out North Central in the political scheme? When they are discussing anything within the APC, the North Central have nothing to say. And another interesting smart move that he made is they want to appease the warring faction within the APC, that is the CPC bloc. So therefore, definitely, don't say you hear it from anywhere. I'm suspecting this is Senator Al-Makura, the CPC bloc, that will be made the national chairman of the party.
Okay.
Thank you very much for granting me this. Yeah, wonderful opportunity.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on that, prophesying and, hoping that whoever it is that you want or you'll have your support for is who emerges eventually. But I think in time we'll get to, see who emerges as a substantial chairman of the APC following the resignation of Abdullahi Ganduje. It's 6:45 right here, still going through some of your thoughts and your reactions. We'll go to the WhatsApp platform and take some of your voice notes right now and then come back, take some calls, read the messages before it's a wrap. But you can watch live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja Dion. So, a headline has it that 5 more governors are expected to jump ship and move over to the ruling party, and they're concerned. I know some governors have denied it, but we've seen denials until the day of the defection when they come out and say, consultations from my people is the reason why I am jumping ship. And it constantly brings to mind, does this mean that the opposition states are being stifled, and that is what may have held back a bit of development in some of these states, even though, for instance, Oyo State has constantly been applauded. I mean, going by what the governor has constantly done in terms of attracting investments and being able to develop the state. However, the concern, which we spoke about last time, about, first just a few years, 2 years, less than 2 years to you leaving office, and then you're budgeting such a humongous amount to renovate the government house. To what end exactly are you doing that? He came out and was quoted as saying, people who are concerned about it are not on social media, that his people, know what they want and they are in support of that. But anyway, going by these defections, the back and forths and the concerns leading up to 2027, 5 more governors jumping ship, would that change what we're currently seeing? Would it improve governance in the country?
It'll certainly have an effect. I think what is really happening is APC is just, they're showing their strength, that they're putting their strength on the ground fully. They're showing that we are here. PDP had like 16 years. We're going to have our time. The current president is playing a dynamic, kind of politics he's playing is really dynamic. I think unlike has been seen in Nigeria before. And I think people are playing to his tune to some degree and to the direction in which things are going.
But wouldn't
it looks like APC is here to stay.
But wouldn't you say that could also be a strategy by the coalition, wherein would they tell you, go in there, get the information for us. When it's closer to the election, you can come back and fill us in on whatever intel you've been able to get. That could also be a strategy by the opposition.
That it could be. That is a possibility. But which opposition exactly? It looks like PDP is kind of is kind of fizzling out a bit. Like
There's ADC that is gaining grounds, coming together of existing parties,
True.
different stakeholders across different zones and regions in the country, coming together and trying to find ways to gain power and be able to have a better, in quote, fight in 2027.
And it's the better for us when we have more options. But right now, I think some really dynamic politics is being played, and everyone seems to be dancing to the tune at the moment.
Let's go on to WhatsApp and take some of your voice notes. Do want to keep it under 90 seconds. When you do so, we can take it and get your reactions. Good morning.
Good morning to Diki Itodo, the Agaba Idon one and only. My name is Salasi Yahaya, the head boy. I greet you. Gwazamax Nagejeka Abubakar. I greet you all. I want to talk about, I want to commend our gallant men for making sure that the Benue Links travelers reunite with their family. I think government and the security can get information from these victims. If truly they want to get this criminal, who are the perpetrator of this evil, that the vehicle will be traveling, they will kidnap people after 1 week, and they will be released, and they can use the intelligence to get the criminal wherever they are. Something needs to be done. We should use our intelligence to get all these criminals and to get them arrested. And I still want to commend our military men for killing bandit kidnapping in Zamfara and other parts of the country and recover the weapons. They should do more. There shouldn't be any repentant bandit bringing them back to society. No, they should go after them and they should deal with them and get to make this country safe for business to try, for people to be able to go to farm. This is rainy season that we are approaching. And with this insecurity, how can people go to their farms? These are the challenges we are facing in this country. But I know that one day we'll surely get it right by the special grace of God. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo. Kudos to our military. We pray God continue to help them to keep the country safe from the hands of these wicked people. Thank you very much.
Deacon Itodo, good morning, and may our new week be blessed in the name of Jesus. My name is Triple D from Waru. Deacon, 5 governors set to move. The power of democracy is not in those 5 governors. If Nigerian masses agree with one voice, we will get it right. God bless Nigeria, and God bless Nigeria Info.
Good morning, Deacon Itodo. This is Maxwell from Sileja. 11 kilometer completed in Abuja Kaduna Road. Which one? Is it from Zuba? Because I just passed there. One lane was just blocked now to start the other lane to cause more traffic for people. I don't understand. What is the formula using calculating that road completion? Because as far as I'm concerned, a road is completed when the 2 lanes is at the same level. I don't understand though, because now only one side they don't do. Even that one side, I don't know why they don't reach 11 kilometers when they talk about. The other side, they don't block this side now to start the other side. I beg.
Good morning, Itodo and Dion. This is Mary from Gwagwalada. On the impending defections of 5 governors, again, to join APC, we are not surprised. I'm not surprised. In fact, I can name some that I know since that we're going to defect. They are just waiting for time. They will all defect. And for Dion to say it's dynamic politics they are playing, I don't like that word. They are playing dangerous politics, very dangerous. That you want to when you were out, you were in the opposition, you were allowed to function as an opposition and you functioned effectively. Now you are at the center, you don't want any opposition to function, you are making them to fizzle all out, and you are calling it dynamism. It's not dynamism as far as I'm concerned. It's a dangerous precedent they are setting, and it's not going to do us any good. Thank you very much.
All right, Mary, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Let's go on to...
I want to say I agree with Mary, but it's somewhere in between dynamism and dangerous. Somewhere in between.
All right, let's go on to some WhatsApp messages and take your thoughts.
All right, we have a message here. It says, good morning, Mr. Itodo. Good morning, Nigeria Info. My name is Vitalis Chima. Some governors are set to join APC. That's a good one. It's now clear to us all. The kind of politics that is being played in Nigeria is for personal gain and not for the purpose of serving the people. All right. Thank you for your thoughts, Vitalis. Good morning. By now, Nigerians supposed to be celebrating and smiling. Understand the government of Tinubu, but bad politics has made the way difficult to do the needful. Nigerians are groaning, dying of one sickness of the other due to hardship. May God help us. Opulent from Wari.
All right, and Godwin Ondoma in Abuja says defection by leadership should be made illegal. If you defect from your party, you should lose your seat or office. Okay. Any other one?
All right. Okay.
I took that one
that's
just
Godwin,
now.
Okay.
Yes.
Itodo, good morning. Mike from Abuja. Hope Uzodinma of Imo State is the chairman, APC Governors Forum. What developments has he brought to Ndi Imo? From the beginning of his administration, Imo State has been boiling. People are beaten and made to suffer. APC is not good for any state. Governors don't need to join the APC to bring dividends of democracy to their state.
All right. And Christo Fiso in Airport Road says all the governors looking to join the APC, that will not change whether or not they win in the next elections. As far as I'm concerned, Tinubu is not playing good politics, is what Agbalusia Ngene shares as his thoughts. We need to wrap things up right now, go on a quick breather. When we come back at 7 o'clock, we'll take a listen to the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, and he shared a bit of concern around the transmission of power between the president and the vice, maybe during travels, during illness, and all of the concerns and things that played out during his administration. We'll do that for the lead, and we'd love to get your thoughts.
Exciting and stimulating talk. Nigeria Info, your number one for talk. More conversation.
This is Nigeria Info.